Hey everybody, this is Peter with Cooking with Peter. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some of the best fish tacos you've ever had. I'm going to be using my good friend, the Ninja Speedi. So let's get started. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make fish tacos. I'm going to be using tilapia fillets, and these are frozen. We're going to be cooking the fish tacos from frozen. I got these at Costco. They come in a package of about 10 or 15, and these are 3, completely frozen. We're going to be using the Kinder's taco blend seasoning, and this is what I'm going to be putting on the fish. We then have coleslaw. This is a very delicious coleslaw for the fish tacos that I've already made. Also, we have what I call Salsa Pedro. Actually, my friends call this Salsa Pedro. It's one of my best salsa recipes I've ever had, and everybody asks me for it. They've even nicknamed it me, Salsa Pedro, Peter. And I have the recipes for this and the salsa down below. You can download those recipes if you like. We're going to finish things off with some cheese, some lime wedges, and of course I have the flour tortillas sitting over here, and you can use flour tortillas, of which I have warmed already, or you can use corn tortillas. I will tell you that if you're going to use corn tortillas, I would highly recommend that you go ahead and fry the corn tortillas just a little bit, because they're going to give you a great flavor. We have also today rice-a-roni, and this is the cilantro lime mix of the rice-a-roni. I'm going to be cooking the rice-a-roni and the fish in the Ninja Speedi all at the same time, and it's going to come together in about 15 minutes. So let's get started. Okay, the first thing we have to do is we have to get the rice-a-roni into the Ninja Speedi, and I'm going to set the machine on sear and saute, which you can see right down here, and the setting is on high, number 5. So that's the setting. I'm going to turn the machine on. And now I'm going to take 2 tablespoons of butter and just make that go right into the pot of the Ninja Speedi. This is going to take about 1 minute or so for the butter to melt, so we'll be right back. Now the butter has melted in the pot of the Ninja Speedi, and I need to saute the rice for about 2 minutes. It's actually rice and pasta. So I'm going to pour this in with the butter. I'm going to let this get a little toasty. And that takes about 2 minutes, and we'll be right back as soon as this gets toasty. As you can see that the rice and pasta have toasted, you can see the color has changed to kind of a toasty brown. Now I'm going to put the flavor packet from the rice-a-roni into the Ninja Speedi pot, just like that. I'm going to add 2 cups of water into the rice and pasta. Just like that. Now, I'm just going to stir it and combine. Very simple. Okay, very good. Okay, we're going to move on to the next step, which is getting the fish ready for the Ninja Speedi. I'm going to set in this tray in the Ninja Speedi. I'm going to spray this with a little bit of non-stick cooking spray. Now, I'm going to come over here and get the fish ready. This is just simple canola oil. I recommend using canola oil with the fish because the canola oil does not have any flavor to it. If you're using olive oil, the olive oil is going to impact a flavor of olive oil onto the fish, and that's not the flavors we're looking for with fish tacos. So I recommend using a canola oil or vegetable oil. I don't recommend that you use olive oil on the fish. So I'm just putting quite a bit of olive oil, I'm just putting quite a bit of canola oil onto the fish, and then liberally add the Kinder taco blend seasonings to the fish. We want to do both sides of the fish. So I'll turn this over, add a little more canola oil, more of the Kinder's taco blend seasonings. You don't have to use Kinder's taco blend seasoning. You can use any taco blend seasoning you like. I just think Kinders makes some of the best spices, and that's why I like to use Kinders. Now I'm going to take the fish and I'm going to put the fish here in the Ninja, just like this, giving it a little space in between each piece, and the steam from the water that I just added is going to come up and thaw out the fish very rapidly. I'm adding more spice because I knocked some of it off. The steam is going to come up and thaw out the fish, but I do need to change the setting. So I'm going to turn the machine off. I'm going to turn this lever up like this, turn the machine back on. I'm going to go to Steam and Crisp, right there. The setting of the temperature is going to be 360, and I'm going to set the time for 15 minutes and press start. Okay, this is going to start cooking. It takes a little while to warm up, create the steam, and then we're going to start watching the time. And I'm going to come back to that in just a few minutes when we're at the right times for me to tell you what's going on for the next step. We'll be right back. Well, as you can see, the Ninja Speedi is going to work, cooking the rice and the fish for us. And as I've stated in my videos before, I want to give shout outs to people who have been kind enough to leave comments on the videos, and they let me know their names and also where they're from. So I want to give a shout out to Wonky in San Salvador, El Salvador. Thank you, Wonky. I want to give a comment to Robert in Prescott, Arizona. Robert, thanks so much for your comments. They've been fantastic. I'm really glad that you're liking the show. Thank you so much. I want to give a shout out to Craig in Chandler, Arizona, and he's been talking to his brother via Zoom, and they've been watching the videos via Zoom. So his brother lives in Kansas. Craig, thank you so much. I appreciate you doing that, and also your suggestions. It's really helpful. I want to give a shout out to Paola and Ray in San Salvador, El Salvador. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your encouragement. I want to give a big shout out to my buddy Omar in Ibiza, Spain. Omar, thanks so much. Great meeting you a few days ago, and we look forward to seeing you again soon. Also want to give a shout out to Peppa Bittner. Peppa, I'm sorry, I don't know where you're from, but thank you so much for the comments. Really appreciate it. And RBIV5, appreciate the comment. Thank you so much. And also Doritos Residue. That's a great name, by the way. So thank you so much. And now we're going to get back to the cook. By the way, if you want to leave your name and comments on any of the videos, please do so, and I'll give you a shout out. All right? We'll get back with the cook right now. The fish needs to cook for somewhere between 8 and 10 minutes. So as you can see right here, we've cooked the fish so that we have 7 minutes remaining. We started with 15 minutes. So when it gets to 7 minutes, I'm going to stop and I'm going to test the temperature of the fish. The fish needs to be around 142 to 145 degrees. So we're there. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful that fish is. Wow. So now I'm just going to test the temperature of the fish. And it's at 143. We're there. 145, 148, 150. Yes, we are there. So let me grab a plate. And we can take the fish off and put it here on the plate. Now, if the fish was at, say, 140 or 142, then I would suggest you still take the fish off and cover with foil, and the fish would come up to temperature with just doing that. We do need to continue on with the cook for the rice, which is still in the Ninja Speedi. I'm going to cover this up with foil just to keep it warm, and then we'll start building the tacos once the rice is finished, okay? We'll be right back. The rice has almost finished cooking in the Ninja Speedi. As you can see, we're about 0 seconds remaining. So I'm going to let this just sit in here for now, and I'm going to move over and start working on the tacos for us. I'm just going to re-warm the tortillas that I had warmed a few minutes ago, and then we'll come back in about 10 seconds and show you how to make the tacos. Be right back. So now I'm going to show you how to put the fish tacos together. We have a warm tortilla. I'm just going to put this in my tortilla holder like you're seeing here. I'm going to make 2 right now. And then I'm going to move over and get some of our fish that I've been keeping warm by a little piece of foil. The first thing I'm going to do is just break apart the fish like you're seeing here. Just like that. Just break apart some pieces and start putting the pieces right into the tortilla. Super easy, and boy, that fish smells fantastic. So just whatever you like. Same thing over here. Put some of the fish in the tortilla. Doesn't take a lot, but you can put in whatever you want. It's your fish, so do what you like. Okay. The next thing I'm going to put into the tortilla is this fantastic coleslaw. And as I said before, I have the recipe all down below for you. And this coleslaw has a store-bought 3-color coleslaw, cabbage, 2 types of cabbage, and a carrot. I've also put in some seasonings such as jalapeno peppers, also some mayonnaise, lime juice. So all these things are right there in the coleslaw. So we're going to put those right onto this taco. Just like that. Put as much or as little as you want. Now I'm going to put in on top some of my fantastic Salsa Pedro right on top, just like this. Some cheese. And finally, you cannot have fish tacos without avocado. Just like that. And lime juice. Don't forget the lime juice, because I'm telling you that the lime juice is what is going to make this really pop on the end. Then I just simply decorate the plate with some pickled peppers and pickled onions like you're seeing here, some carrots, and then it's time for the rice. So let me open this up for us. The one thing I want to show you about the rice is that when I took the fish off, I left this ledge on the machine covering the rice. If you take it off whenever you are taking the fish off, your rice is going to get too toasty. The heat is going to be too much. So leave this shelf, or ledge as I call it, in the Speedi as you're finishing up the rice cook. I'll put this in the sink. Now I will show you the rice and how that came out. Looks really, really good. And I put a little bit of that on the plate just to help tie this all together. So I also will put a little bit of my salsa onto the rice, a little cheese onto the rice. Let me grab some more cheese, that's kind of lumpy. And then of course, using a little bit of lime onto the rice again makes it all really just pop. Okay, there we have it. We have fantastic fish tacos made in the Ninja Speedi with the cilantro lime rice. I've put together the coleslaw as I shared with you, the Salsa Pedro. It's all right there for you in the recipe below. I hope you enjoy the recipe and you'll make it. Do me a favor, if you liked what I've shown you today, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you'd like. Give us a big thumbs up, but most of all, leave a comment down below. Give me your name and tell me what city you live in, and we'll give you a shout out like we did our good friends before. I appreciate you watching the video. Thank you so much.